So welcome to our YouTube channel, and we are here at Washington DC. Perspective 19 is happening with Ribbon, and I am sitting with Sanjay Bhatia from Ribbon. So tell us something about your focus on the AWS side, and how do you look at things moving there?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Zia. Welcome to Perspectives here in Washington, D.C. So what we are doing, what Ribbon is doing with AWS and public cloud in general, like also with Microsoft Teams, we are the market leader in enterprise session border controllers. And so what we are enabling through our software-based session border controller technology, which provides kind of secure communications for voice and interworking. What we're doing is we make that run in the public cloud environment. So in the case of Amazon, that would be in the Amazon Web Services public cloud, or in the case of Microsoft, that would be on the Microsoft Azure public cloud, and we also run on Google as well. So what that means is, what it does is, for Office 365 in the case of Microsoft, it is for enterprises that are using Office 365 that want to migrate to Microsoft Teams. They can actually utilize the service provider for what we call voice calling, which is PSTN calling. And so what our session border controllers do is enable that capability called direct routing on the Amazon or on the Microsoft public cloud, which is Microsoft Azure. And similarly, we do kind of similar things with the Amazon Chime service by running on Amazon, our software SBCs, on Amazon Web Services.
Okay. So here, what is the go-to-market strategy that you have? How you are reaching out to the market?
Oh, that's a great question, Zia. So the way we typically go to market is for service providers, we work with many large global service providers directly. So we have a global sales force. Ribbon is a global company. So we go direct into the service providers, and then we also have a channel-based approach to enterprises. So we work with large managed service providers or channel partners or ISVs to go into the enterprise. So our go-to-market for the enterprise side of things is primarily through channels.
Okay. And how you look at injecting innovation within the gamut of AWS offering that you are giving?
Yeah, I mean, already we are innovating, since the public cloud players are very innovative, right? As you know. So in fact, just by our ability to run our software in these public cloud environments in itself is innovation, because very few vendors are able to do that with the large scale that the public cloud enables. So we are very happy to be partnering with both Amazon Web Services as well as Microsoft Teams and their organizations to enable these communications and collaboration capabilities into the PSTN for both of them.
Okay. And what is your opinion on the adoption of public cloud on the enterprise side? Earlier it used to be a challenge, but now they are opening up.
Yes. Yes. No, that's a great question. Clearly, the public cloud players are very much working to provide communications collaboration services to enterprises, and through Amazon Chime, through Microsoft Teams as some examples, right? So clearly, there are dominant incumbency in the public cloud makes them a high potential for being able to gain market share. But the future is to be seen as to whether the service providers will be continuing to provide enterprise services, or the public cloud players, or are they going to be premises-based solutions, or some over-the-top vendors, there are many of those. So my thought is it's still going to continue to be fragmented as a market, and you're going to have all these players providing services into the enterprise.
Okay. So what is the road ahead for Ribbon on this? Like you have Amazon and Microsoft as your key partners. So, but there are so many others cloud players today.
Yes.
So how do you look at that market, or are you approaching them as well?
Yeah, no. So our approach is we are agnostic to the underlying cloud and data centers, right? So our goal is to be able to help our customers with running our software in any of these cloud environments. So that those cloud environments could be some of these large public cloud players that we have mentioned: Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure. It could be Google. It could be Tencent. So we are kind of agnostic to the underlying cloud environments, and so we try and help meet our customers' needs on that front. And then we also have the capability to deploy, and we have deployed in many different private cloud environments, right, in the service provider space as well. So we have tremendous flexibility. So we have solutions that we can deploy in the public cloud. We have solutions that we can deploy in the private cloud. And if it's the service providers, it could be an NFV kind of based environment. Or we have solutions that we can deploy on premises in the enterprise as well.
Okay. So on the growth side, how do you look at things moving? What kind of growth are you looking at from this specific segment, and where will this growth come from, like the geographies and the verticals?
Yeah, I mean, so clearly, if you were around, I had a panel and I asked the question, how much of cloud communications?
Right, I was there.
Yeah, so the UC cloud communications delivery has moved to the cloud, right? And there was different answers, but it seemed like the average was about, depending on which part of the world you're in, it could range all the way from 10 to 25%, right? And so if you're, there are some of the higher penetration countries, if in North America might be a little bit higher, in other parts of the world might be lower, but it's still a mixed bag, and different countries and different regions and geographies have different adoption of public cloud for communications. Right. So it's kind of somewhere between 10 and 25% is the answer.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So the last question, what can we expect more from Ribbon on this?
Yeah, so Ribbon, we are innovating every day, and we have tremendous focus. At the end of the day, this is all about creating productive environments in the enterprises. It's about creating great customer experiences. So we are highly focused on helping our customers, which could be service providers and channel partners, actually make all of that happen for their customers, right? And so we are very much focused on that. So you'll see ongoing innovation from Ribbon moving forward, and we're innovating in cloud, we're innovating in analytics, machine learning, all of those areas is where we are focused on.
Great. Okay, Sanjay,
Thank
pleasure
you
to
so
talk
much.
to you.
Zia, nice talking to you.